So they've
But
seen
Dangal is something else now.
Dangal is something else.
What kind of numbers, of course, we read the numbers in the press, but you would know exactly how much it made. What was that figure?
It did some 1,300 odd crore, which is about 3 times India.
Right.
So, I was really taken aback because actually before the release, the distributor told me that according to me, whatever business you do in India, we will probably do more than that in China.
You already knew that.
He predicted that.
Right.
And I did not believe him.
Right.
So I was laughing at him. I said, how is that possible? It's an Indian film. It's made for an Indian audience. And if hopefully it will do well here, it's difficult to imagine that in another country it will do more than that.
Right.
So I really didn't believe him, but it did 3 times the business here.
So, earlier in the month, we had this Jagran Cinema Summit that you couldn't make it for. And we were having a conversation on Dangal, okay? On what led to Dangal and this sort of phenomenal success in China. And one of the theories that Siddharth Roy Kapoor came up with in a panel discussion was that the Chinese people saw in the father-daughter relationship a very Eastern sensibility. They could identify with it.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I do. So both Turkey and China, because I've visited both the countries, I realized that their emotional key is very similar to ours. And which is why they connect very strongly to stories that that we connect to.
But their movies are very different from ours, huh?
Possibly, but I'm saying as human beings, their emotional key is very similar to ours. So the reaction that Dangal got in the theatre was identical to an Indian audience reacting. They laugh at the same places, they cry at the same places, they clap at the same places.
Wow.
It's identical. There's no difference at all.
Which is not true if Indians watch Chinese movies. I don't know if I get that sensibility at all.
No, I saw Crouching Tiger and I loved it.
But
I really loved it.
Really?
Yeah, I was clapping and whistling and all that. I too loved it.
Like you saw it like an Akshay Kumar movie?
No, I didn't see it as an Akshay Kumar movie. I just saw it as a movie. I didn't have any preconceived notions. I've seen Jackie Chan's films.
That's Hong Kong.
Yeah, but he's a huge star in China. So I remember I think in college when I first saw Police Story. And I was like, wow, what is this here? Such a fab film, so entertaining, is unbelievable action, and it is so humorous here. Jackie Chan is so amazing in humor. So I connected with those films.
So
as
another
much.
theory, Aamir, and this is a personal theory, please contest me on this, is that the way the kids are treated in Dangal, right? And then there is a father who's determined to turn those kids into champions. Is very similar to how kids in China are treated, except the father is the state. And the state comes and takes those kids to turn them into Olympic champions. Do you see a connection there?
No, I didn't think of it that way. I think what people in China have connected is to the personal. I don't think that they have connected to this aspect. I think they have connected on a very personal level. Because I've read other reactions of the Chinese audience also. And a lot of them have written saying that, they saw the film and they felt like talking to their parents. And parents saw the film, with their kids. And so it's a human connect, I think. Because PK's huge business or Dangal's huge business is not because of me. It's because the film is good. It's because Raju has written a great script. Nitesh has written a great script. They've made a great film. And that is why the film has done the kind of business it has done. So it is incorrect to assume that that's my stardom which is causing the film to go so big. My stardom will come into play when I make a bad film and it does that much business.
Right.
कि फिल्म बुरी है हमको देखना नहीं है लेकिन आमिर की वजह से हम देख रहे हैं. That is stardom. So if you want to actually measure the stardom of an actor, you should see how much his flop does.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.